So it wasn't until my 11th grade year, once we had already moved to Los Angeles and I was attending Fairfax High School. And in my 11th grade English class, my teacher told me, "Aleeah, you're a really great writer." He's like, "You write really well." And I'm like, huh? Me? It was creative writing. And he gave us time to write whatever we wanted. And I would never forget, like, instead of having 2-hour-long class in the freezing cold air conditioning, he allowed us to be outside in the beauty of Los Angeles and just taking it all in, being inspired, and write about anything we wanted for the entire time. We could write whatever we wanted. And it was kind of like journaling, but then we could add stories, and that was our project for the class. And I will never forget how much I enjoyed his class, how much I spoke, and I realized how interactive I could be. And then I said, okay, I want to write. And it hit me. What made me want to get into journalism was a epidemic. I mean, it's been going on for years, and it wasn't anything new to my school, but it was new to me, and I thought I had to write about it. So at the school, they were passing out condoms, and growing up in a household where abstinence was promoted, and I agreed, it was a little off-putting. And then we had this text thing called the flip list, and it was all these girls and all their sexual acts and men boys they've been with, and pregnancies, abortions, STIs, whatever went on in their life, it was on this list. And it hit me like a whirlwind. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, what's going on in our society as young people where we're putting people's business out like this? And then on top of that, it's okay. Like, it's okay. People are entertaining it. Even me myself, I allowed myself for a minute to be involved, and I had to catch myself. Like, what if this was you? Would you want it out? And then we have to hit the root. The root is, should we really be having sex with these people in the first place? Not having sex at all, but having sex with these people in particular. So I decided to write a story for the school paper in the opinion section. And the story talked about abstinence, and then deciding which partner to have sex with, the results of having reckless sex, and how it affects you as a person, the people around you, your health, all of those things. And that was my first piece, and then I decided I want to be a journalist. So after I decided in the 11th grade that I wanted to be a journalist, I started looking for schools that catered to that, being a journalist, journalism schools. And once I told my mother, it was like wildfire. Oh, you want to be a journalist? Let me connect you with these people. Are you looking into the history of the first female Black journalist? Do you know what's going on in your city? Do you know all the journalists in your city? And I was like, whoa. My mom has a way of doing that with us. Like, once you say you want to do something, it's like, okay, you want to do that? We're going full force. And then once I saw how boring writing alone was, I was like, okay, I don't want to write for a newspaper. Like, I don't want to be a journalist, a newspaper editor, anything like that. It's too boring, too slow. Everyone knows print journalism is dying. So I said, I want to be a broadcast journalist. And by my senior year, I was moved back to Maryland. In our small learning community, I was learning that, and all my college applications said that. Broadcast journalism. So once I reached Hampton University, where I started studying broadcast journalism, and I even got the opportunity to watch some broadcasters, and even my godmother, who is one of the lead anchors in Birmingham, I realized I don't even really want to do that. I don't want to be in front of the camera. Yes, I'm physically appealing, but something about it, I wasn't as comfortable as I thought I would be. And then on top of that, I saw that they don't really have the control. They don't control what they say. Unless you have seniority. I mean, I felt like the big person in the production was the producer. And by my junior year, I had switched again. Okay, so I want to be a producer. And my mom said, okay, so what do you need to do to get to this point? We have to reevaluate. It's like, okay, every time you change, you have to come up with a new plan for what you want to do to get to that point. And I had to look at it, and last summer I interned with BET, and I worked under an amazing line producer. And I was super duper inspired by all the producers, most of them being female.